Hello and welcome back again to day 18 of my UK speed server. Still playing Travian. After the hecticness of yesterday, things. I'll leave it as a surprise as to how things have worked out so far. We'll go backwards from Village 4 to Village 1 so you can find out at the end whether there's still much left there or not, or whether we've been catapulted out of existence. As you can see, our culture points are about to hit enough to settle our 5th village. So we've got our 3 settlers ready to go already in our 4th village like we want. This is what we want to do just so we can get that new village settled as soon as possible, because obviously time is resources, as I said a million times, and we don't want to waste any time. So they're ready to go, and we will be settling that 5th village. I think at 7 o'clock this evening we'll have enough resources to do that. While I'm waiting for the resources, culture points, we got enough resources already anyway. While I'm waiting for the culture points to do that, we're still just upgrading the resource fields. Going to get them all to level 7, then get one of each to level 10, get the resource buildings in like I like to do, because that definitely adds way more resources. We'll look at village 3 to see how that works. Same, we've done it here, and we're producing a ton more resources than we would have been had we spent the resources on upgrading the fields rather than upgrading those buildings, and we have those all to level 5 now, while the iron foundry is just going up to level 5. So the great thing is this village is getting there. It's tomorrow probably, maybe the next day we'll have all the fields to level 10, and we'll be able to start feeding our 2nd village, which is brilliant because it means we can start getting those 24-hour build queues in the barracks and the stable, and also get some catapults and rams starting to build, because after what happened yesterday, we've definitely lost out on a few troops that we had attack-wise. Just upgrading the resource fields in here again, and the marketplace ready to start moving the resources across to Village 2 once they're all up to level 10. Moving on to our 2nd village, all the wheat fields are almost level 10. We're so close. As soon as they all get to level 10, capital, it's going to be moved across to here. It's going to have to be done because we want to continue upgrading them. I think the highest I've ever managed to get them to is maybe, I think I've had them all to 15 with like 2 level 16. But it is really hard once you start getting past level 14, just to get the, not so much to get the resources to upgrade the fields, but just to get the warehouse and granary space you need to upgrade the fields to higher levels. Unless you can get the artifacts for the Great Warehouse and the Great Granary. I haven't spoken much about artifacts yet because where we started late, I know I'm using it as a little bit of an excuse, but where we started late, we're probably not going to have a big enough hammer. I'm 90% sure that our hammer isn't going to be big enough for us to be able to try and take an artifact. We could become incredibly lucky, and one could spawn directly between me and the other one person in my alliance, and we might be able to collaboratively take the artifact. You never know. If we did manage to do that, I don't think we're going to be able to hold on to it for long. Someone else will come along and take it off us anyway. But we'll see. We might do it. We might be able to have a bit of fun. That's all we're looking to do this server, really. I won't be able to get involved in sort of the artifacts and things, but when it comes to that time, we will look at the other alliances around us and who has managed to get what, and sort of see how they're all doing towards end game, to see who the biggest alliance and the most likely alliance to win is, because it'll be pretty interesting. I'll see if I can talk to the alliances, get some good attack reports to see if I can show you guys them. I've got some things planned and some good ideas that I think will work out really nicely for sort of artifacts and end game. But yeah, so we've just continued to build our troops up. We're upgrading the siege workshop, and obviously those 2 wheat fields, 3 left to go to get them all to level 10. Once they're all to level 10, we might start upgrading the resource fields, though they're pretty irrelevant. They're not something that I want to waste resources on upgrading. We will get an extra bit of population for them, but as I've said, population doesn't really actually mean anything, though it does make you look good on the ranking system, obviously, because the first thing people look at is your population. And having a large population, it may not actually mean anything, but it definitely is a deterrent for people to attack you, unless you're obviously openly streaming your account, so everyone can see what we're doing, see the amount of troops we have. Not really that much of a deterrent if they know we don't have anything. So we've got to continue building those troops. I think we've increased a fair amount. The Caesarists are super expensive, and they consume 4 wheat per hour each. So those 200 alone are consuming 848, I think my maths is right, resources per hour, plus the Empyreans, which are actually consuming less wheat per hour than those 212 Caesarists. But yeah, we just continue to build them as much as we possibly can. Obviously, because of what happened yesterday, we'll see. We'll take a look. How much damage? None. Yeah, so after they destroyed the wheat field, the wood fields and the clay fields, they just left us alone. We have been attacked since then. I noticed it this morning, so I woke up like super early because I had to work early today. And I noticed an attack coming in, and I noticed that it was a catter attack. And then I took a bit of a closer look at this catter attack that was coming in, and turns out it's just from the you see there, it's just the rank 1 player, just attacking me. I was like, okay, cool. It was only 1 attack, so I knew it couldn't do that much damage, even if he had been sending a lot of catapults, because he could have at most targeted 2 things, because that's the most you can target during a catapult attack. So I was like, what? I'm not sure why he was interested in us. I don't know whether he watches the stream. I don't know what the deal is there. But for some reason, he took a little interest in us then and decided to send us a fake. We didn't do anything other than just move our troops out. We did spend up our resources, but he sent so few troops that he did manage to get a full bag of resources just from what was there. We used the resources to host another great ball, to try and get those culture points to settle the 5th village. We could use our artworks to have done that, but as I've said, I want to save them up until we can get the actual maximum 1,000 culture points from them. At the moment, let's take a look, see how many we could get. Yeah, see, we can get 481 culture points from them at the moment. We want to save that up until we can get that 1,000 to make the most use of them. So it'll be an extra 2,000 culture points when we do eventually come to use those artworks, and that'll come in handy. But yeah, as you can see, I've just been rebuilding the wood and clay fields. I mean, I did speak to that guy who sent the attacks across yesterday, and he just said, I'll show you the message. I don't know, it was this power jar guy. So yeah. So I just messaged him, as I spoke about. I asked him if he had any senators and would he rather take the village and destroy it. I don't have any use for it now my raiding party is dead. It's not true. We do have a use for this village, just that we could make another village closer to our other villages that would be more useful in the long run than this village is to us now. But obviously the resources it's producing, we still want those resources, and we still want to host those parties, and we still want to build a bit of defense in this village, and it keeps us sort of in and about the action. So it keeps me with stuff to show you guys, just because we're going to have to try and sort of defend it off. But I don't know, apparently I can't even give this village away, because Pelija just, or however I pronounce that, just didn't want it. It was simply an answer for attacking Wolf, he says, so that's fair enough. I did reply, being like, well, he did attack me first, but let's take a look. Yeah. I know, it's like, oh, well, he did attack me first, but it was fun. It did make the game interesting. It definitely gave me something to talk about. For a streaming point of view, it's great. Yesterday's video has been one of the best. I want to take a time to say a big thank you to everyone who's followed me on Twitch and anyone on YouTube who's subscribed to my channel. It's amazing. I don't expect anyone to really care about what I'm doing, but it's great that some of you guys do enjoy it, and it definitely makes me want to continue streaming and making these videos on a daily basis. As much as I love doing these videos and I love playing this game, it's a lot of effort to play this game, it's a lot of effort to work every day, and then I am completely knackered today, and yeah, it just really gives me the motivation to actually come on, let you guys know what's happening with day 18. I feel like I'd let you down if I didn't give you a quick update. It's got to be done. But yeah, nothing much to talk about. We've just continued building more defence in this village. It's a bit in limbo at the moment. I'm not really sure what to do with this village, so I'm probably just going to fill it with defence and maybe 500 scouts, just so we can scout a few people near us. We want to be able to start raiding again, but we don't want to start risking parts of our hammer. But we may have to start sending the Empyreans out and leave the Caesarus at home. The Caesarus I'm never going to try and raid with. The Empyreans we can try and raid with. We will have a look about. It's not something I managed to do yet. Things have been pretty hectic. It was pretty hectic yesterday with those attacks, and today it's just been a bit of a chill day. The other guy who's in my alliance, Rezan, has gone to a music festival, he says, and so yeah, he's asked me to sit his account while he's away, so that's something else I've been keeping my eye on. So these things all take up time. But yeah, it's still going really good. We'll take a look at the graphs and ranks in a second. We'll take a look at the hero. He hasn't gone up any more levels. Still all on fighting strength, as you can see. And I don't know why I don't put these boots on him. There we go. Put them on. It looks much better now. We need one of those segmented breastplates or whatever they're called, I think. And helmet of the gladiator. I think that's the one that gives you culture points. Whichever one that gives you culture points is the helmet that we want, basically. But I'm not. This server, I've been too into buying stuff on the marketplace. I've been just converting the silver into gold to redistribute for wheat. When they have another 30% sale near my payday, then we'll get some decent amount of gold. We'll go for the full whack and get the whole 2,080 gold, which would be nice. But yeah, not for the time being. We've just been using the silver we get to turn it into gold to keep redistributing that wheat that's producing like 20k an hour now over in our 15 cropper. We'll take a look. We will at the rank. We're 454. I'm not sure where we were yesterday before the attack. I don't think we were too far off this, around 400. It could have been at best 439. I can't remember exactly, but we have climbed back up a bit. We'll take a look at what impacts that's had on the graph, and of course bask in the glory of the huge peak in our attacking graph, which is all we really get to show for that attack we did yesterday. But it's great. That's what I play the game for. So yeah, units dropped. You can expect that. We lost all those Imperatorius yesterday. Hasn't dropped massively. We still got over 3k. We still got 2-to-1 ratio troop to population, so that's fine. Resources, we took a hit because obviously we lost all those clay and wood, and that's quite a significant hit here because this is divided by 4. So yeah, that's that's about a 1,000 hit, I think, from 13, just over 13 down to about 12. So times that by 4, that's 4,000, and that's per hour. 4,000 resources per hour, 24 hours a day. You're looking at 80,000 resources. Yeah, so it's quite a lot of resources you've lost that little dip there, but we're surviving. We're still doing well. We're hanging on in there. We're a fighter. We're rumbling in the streets. What else can you expect? Yeah, rank obviously went up a little bit, but look at this. This is what I love. Boom! Look at that, from 1,500 all the way up to nearly 6,000. That is. So yeah, that's fantastic. Couldn't be happier with that. Couldn't be happier with the reception from the video yesterday either, even though I haven't had any feedback from anyone, which I'd love. If you want to message me anytime, I'm quite happy to talk to any of you guys. If you want to ask me something, give me some feedback for the stream, want me to cover something off, I'm quite happy to do any of that. But yeah, so yeah, but it's been the quickest watched video I've ever put out there, so that's been great. There was a load of cool stuff to go through, and we will have more stuff like that happen again. It's just a matter of biding our time now, but no doubt someone else is going to take an interest in us soon enough, and we're going to have to sort of try and fight our way through that. But yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. Thanks again. Just a really big thank you to anyone who's followed, anyone who's subscribed on YouTube. It means a lot to me, and you're all absolutely amazing. Have a great day. Peace.